Hi, gum people. I think Buddy's taking a pee. I can't see him on the screen out there, but I think he's taking a pee. Maybe not. He's like, damn, Dad, can I have some peace? I'm out here trying to pee. So, the sun's out. It rained last night, kind of surprisingly. Lightning, thunder for like maybe 20-30 minutes, and then it dried up today, which is nice because we need to dry out. And then some of you guys who are always figuring out when things change around here, you'll notice that little bench is gone right there. Oh, by the way, we're going to be talking about ammo, the 300 build, and the new mags, and the new ammo that the military is using. But anyway, it's not really new. I think they've had it since 2007. But anyway, that little bench that was sitting right there, you could probably see the dirt from where I filled it up. Dude, those poles right there, those beams, for those that didn't watch my horse channel or don't know, these beams were holding up a big pink dollhouse. And this dollhouse, I mean, it wasn't a dollhouse like for Barbie and Ken. This was like for his two little girls to live in. I mean, it was nice. Windows it were. I mean, it was a freaking nice. But it was bright pink sitting right in my backyard. So that sucker had to go. And I told him I was going to tear it down. And he's like, hey, man, I think I sold it. Can somebody just come cut it down those poles and take them? So they came out here, tore up the grass, didn't matter, messed it up. I got rid of the dollhouse. So they just cut those big, I believe those are like 4x6s. Maybe they're bigger than that. I don't know. But there was 6 of them. And you notice there's 1, 2, 3 there. And then now there's only 1 here. Well, the other 2 were right in front of those. And when they cut them down, I just cut it down and put a piece of 2x6 over it and made a bench. So Smokey, I could sit there. If the farrier came over, we were working, you know, people could sit there and it would be okay. Well, the wood rotted out, even though I painted it, even though I caulked it. And I went, you know what? I've sat on that thing maybe once or twice. Smokey uses it more than I did. He don't need it, so I end up just pulling it out. Dude, he didn't concrete those suckers in there, but he put them like 3 feet in the ground. I mean, I want to say that, oh, it was an easy job and I got rid of it, but I was freaking cussing. It took 2 days of wearing me out. First day I went out there, I just kind of pounded it with a sledgehammer, moved it around, kind of whittled it back and forth, made a hollow hole, figured it would come out. I put my 3, 4, 5 ton, whatever that big old jack I have, with some 5,000, I guess you don't need to see that. People want to look at the guns anyway. With some rappel webbing that I have. That's like 5,000 pounds test strength. And so I tried to jack it up with the rappel webbing that I had. Freaking snapped it. I was like, you gotta be, and I'm hitting that thing with a sledgehammer, moving it back and forth, left and right, kind of making it a hollow, thinking with that jack I could just pull it up out of the ground. Dude, that sucker wore me out. I gave up after I broke my strap. Next day I went out there with a chain, got a chain around there. I said, it ain't gonna break this chain, and the jack started sinking into the ground because the ground's wet. And I went, shit. So then I got this brick square thing that I put at the bottom. And I put that there thinking to give me a flat area. That was freaking stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. The jack just pushed that down in the ground, and then it snapped it. And I went, well, shit. So then I got me a big hunk of piece of wood. Tried it out. I still couldn't get it out. I'm like, damn, this thing's killing me. Now it became to where I wanted to put dynamite, or I was just going to load up my guns and shoot them out. But, so then I got my big rock pry bar, and I jammed it all the way down and seen if I could get to the bottom and maybe help pry. And it was so deep I couldn't get down far enough. But finally, after doing that, loosening it, wiggling it, putting a big 4x4 and jacking it, I got those suckers out of the ground. It was the biggest pain in the ass. Then I had to fill up the holes with dirt. My back hurts. It was a freaking pain. Oh, I left out one part. I was like, you know what? I got pissed off. I said, I'm hooking that chain up to this damn truck. So I backed my truck up over there, hooked my chain to that sucker. I'll pull that shit out. Boom, boom. I was popping a little bit because I didn't want to like snap the chain or snap the bumper. It wasn't freaking moving. I tightened that chain and gave it a gas. Then I put divots because my
the weight of me pulling backwards was pulling my rear end down. So now I have these 2 tracks that I had to fill up for my tire. It was the biggest freaking, I know everybody's out there like, well, you dumbass, you should, I know I shouldn't have, woulda, coulda, but I did. And it was a pain in the ass, but guess what? Yeah, that's right, I won, they're gone. So, anyway, I digress. I want to talk about 300 is pretty much built. I haven't fired it yet. I've got some ammo. My boys are out there relaxing, so I don't know if I'm going to shoot it or not. I'll do another video where I shoot it. But this is pretty much, somebody wanted me to do a parts list kind of on this. So I ordered this for 99 bucks. The upper I got at the gun show for, and this is a 7.5 inch barrel with the suppressor on it. So the upper was, it was $289, $30 off. I haven't thrown a flash suppressor and a drop-in $125 trigger, which isn't in this one. I'm putting that one in my AR. And he wanted 125, and I think I ended up getting it for 90 or 85 or something in a package deal. So I think just the receiver was probably, hell, I don't know, 2 minus 30, 260. It was probably 250 bucks, maybe 240 for the upper. And then I got the bolt carrier group for 100 bucks with that nickel boron. The lower receiver was 100 bucks with the build kit. So the lower receiver and the build kit. I think the lower is usually like 50 bucks. You can get Anderson. This happens to be a Stag. They had a few that were already, some of the parts were put together, and they had the other parts, so I think I got it for 100 bucks. Let's see, 1, 2, 350, 450. The charging handle, I got at the gun show yesterday. This group had them for 10 bucks. I was like, shit, you can't beat that. And I'm sure it's probably not top of the line, but I'm not racking and bending and doing one-handed. If you do one-handed on a cheap charging handle, you can bend it a little bit, but most of the charging handles, if you're pulling straight back, it ain't gonna be an issue. Let's see. I think the grip was 16 bucks, because and the reason I did tan is my 5.56 is black. So I wanted to be able to recognize, even though I put the little dust cover, which was also 10 bucks. This is 300 black on both sides. And then this light I got from, I took off that other AR that I had, so that light didn't cost me anything. I just pulled off another AR. And then the front end grip, Buck had this laying around for a while in the shop, and I think it was 15 bucks he sold this to me for the front rear end angle grip. Remember, angle grip's okay on pistol. Somebody's saying if the overall length isn't 26 inches, or if it is 26 inches, I'll have to look that up. I don't know about that one, but a couple people said you can have a vertical grip if it's 26 inches total. I got to figure out whether that means with the stock fully expanded or with it closed. Does that count the flash suppressor? Or I mean, I would think maximum distance would be from end to end, flash suppressor to here. So what people were saying, if it's 26 inches, then you can have a foreign grip, because then it becomes a rifle, I guess. I don't. There's so many rules. I just stay away from the foreign grip on pistols because I've just heard it's taboo and a lot of cops don't know it, and you might get a jam. But if it was legal, I'd probably put a straight vertical grip here. So anyway, and oh yeah, this was I think 19 bucks, 20 bucks, whatever, for this. And again, I got tan, so I know by looking at my gun it's a 300. Now I put the little thing here, but still, if I'm looking at guns, I want to know that I'm not loading this with 204 Ruger 204 ammo, or it's because they all use the same mags. My Ruger 204, my 5.56, and the 300 Blackout. All the mags work. So, you know, I mean, if you got a bunch of dummy guns laying around, you might want to figure out what's going on. And it hangs pretty. I mean, you know, I've got mine set a little short. Some people like these longer. I like it pretty much kind of high, right under my shoulder here, so I can get it. And if I want to spin it here, so I can come up, do what I need to do. If I need to go to my pistol, because I'm right and lefty. So people ask a question about that too. I'm left eye dominant, so I shoot a rifle left-handed, and I eat left-handed. and I write left-handed. That's about the only things I do left-handed. Everything else I do right-handed. Shoot a pistol, throw, bat, do everything else. So people will see me doing this, then they'll see my gun over here. So my pistol's over here, which makes it very easy for me to transition to my pistol, because while I'm getting my gun out of the way, I can be drawing. If I was doing both on the same side and your pistol's on the same side, you can't do that. I didn't design it that way. That's just the way I end up shooting through my life. So anyway, so this is the, and I've got some 300 in here. The horses are way in the back. Maybe I'll shoot it before the video ends. I don't freaking know. I wanted to cover some other stuff. So here was the ammo that I was getting light hits on. Here's the official box. And I think it was 50 bucks for 150 rounds. Hell, I don't even remember where the hell I got it. Maybe it was Walmart. So that's the ammo. It's not green tip. Somebody said if I call them and look at the lot number, I don't even see no damn lot number on a sucker. Maybe it's right there. I don't know. But that was the ammo that I was getting light hits. I got 4 light hits out of 60 rounds. So this is going to be my BS goof off ammo. So let's get to the 2 flash suppressors that everybody was asking. What's the best flash suppressor? Which one were you talking about? These are 2 of the flash suppressors. This is the one that I have on there, and I think the guy sells them for 39 bucks. And if you look at that other video where I bought my upper, I bought the upper from the same guy, and I got a second flash suppressor because I really liked it on my 5.56. So I'm thinking, now this one's supposed to be really good. I haven't shot this one tonight. I shot this one tonight and I was impressed. I mean, it was like very, very small ball of fire. Didn't take away my night vision at all. Barely looked like a wheat flashlight. I mean, I really like this one. And I think any 4-prong is going to probably be about the same as this. This one happens to be twisted. This one happens to be straight. This one's supposed to be really good. This is, I think, designed kind of after like some Vortex or Surefire or something. And they want 150, 160 bucks for their flash suppressor or something. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I think 40 bucks is a lot for a flash suppressor. You can get the regular GI one, I think, for probably 15 or 10. But I was really impressed with this one. So I liked it. I got it. And I said, you know what? When I bought this upper, I wanted to put one of these on there. So he threw that in the package deal too. So now I can put this on one of my other ARs. I had a little piece of foam flapped over the microphone and it's blowing. So if you're hearing that thing flapping around, that's why the wind's blowing up. So those are the 2 flash suppressors. And again, I'm thinking any 4-prong will be okay. Now, on this one, because it's silencer co, I don't undo this thing enough to figure out. This one has 3 prongs. And don't ask me why, but the prongs are different lengths. And I was thinking, well, maybe the long one goes at the bottom. But they're all 3 different. If they look the same, they're not. When you set it level, you have 1, 2, 3. It's like a 3-step. And I've got no idea why Silencer Co. wanted to have a 3-prong, but I'm assuming it's a pretty good flash suppressor. But this is the rifle without the can. And then, I built the 300 basically for the can. So that's why the can's pretty much going to stay on it. I really don't even need this quick connect, but I've got it. Alright, so what's next? Let's take a look at this new ammo. And I say new because I haven't seen it around much. And it's probably just hitting, maybe it's been around, I haven't seen it. This guy wanted $2 a round for this shit. I was like, I ain't paying $2 a round. Are you freaking crazy? I ended up buying a strip because I wanted to test it. He says there's videos on YouTube that this shit goes through AR-500 like butter. Puts a hole clean through it, no problem. Now, the guy that was selling me this was kind of funny. I think he had a little PTSD. Hell, I may have a little PTSD. I don't know. I'm not cracking on the guy. I'm just saying his behavior and his mannerisms were the 2 guys were what I would consider a little high stress and high energy and very hyper aware and very focused, and I mean, it was just very intense talking to him. I was like, damn. So the guy who sold me these was wearing a bulletproof vest, and I see this big thing sticking out of his shirt, and I'm like, dude, and he kept going like this, and as a cop, I know when a guy goes like this, he's readjusting his vest because he gets hot and sweaty. So cops do that a lot. If they're wearing a vest, that they'll do their shoulders and move that vest around, let some airflow. So, and he was a pretty thin little guy, so you couldn't really tell he was wearing a vest. And then as we're talking, he keeps going, yeah, he goes, you know, he goes, this 500, he goes, this is armor plate, this is ceramic. He had a ceramic plate in. He goes, it won't go through ceramic. And he banged on his chest, on his plate. So after talking to him and kind of picking all this up, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if this guy's a little PTSD or whatever, but I said, I got to ask him why he's wearing a vest in a gun show. So I go, guy, not to get too personal, I said, you don't have to answer. I said, I'm just kind of wondering, why are you wearing body armor? It's freaking hot in here, and you got body armor on this in this gun show. It was a Fort Worth gun show. And he was very, again, when I talked to him, he was just an intense kind of, seemed nervous. He was like, what? Because I've been to too many gun shows where I've seen people and rounds go off and people are setting up and there's someone that come on and go, that's a nice gun, and bang, and it goes under, and he goes, my life's too important and I'm not going to get you. And I mean, he just really got really intense at explaining why he was wearing body armor. I'm like, dude, I didn't say I'm sorry I'm ass. I just went, okay, that's cool. And I just kind of went on and changed the conversation. Nice guy. Talked about Afghanistan. Talked about his friends being there. I don't know if he was there. Kind of threw in we use, but he was using we a lot with the military. So, I mean, there's so many tactical people out there that want to give the impression that they've, you know, been there when they really haven't. So I couldn't, normally I can tell if a guy's been there in a short conversation. The only reason I would say this guy's probably been there is because of his intensity and PTSD kind of mannerisms. And again, I'm not cranking on the guy, man. If he was there and he got fucking stressed and that's one of the side effects that he's dealing with, then I think he ought to be getting help, and I think it shouldn't go against him on the gun. And, you know, vets can't go get help because neither can cops, because we lose our gun. As soon as somebody says, oh, he's asking for help, he might be unstable, we better take his guns or we'll be liable. So nobody goes for freaking help. And then when they do go for help, they're labeled as crazy and they got to be put on a gold gun list, and then they don't get help anyway. And so, I digress. I'm going off on. Let me try to get back to this ammo. So, he pulled up a video, him and his buddy pulled up a video. And I asked him for a card because they had about, I'm going to say, maybe 500 rounds of this laid out in stripper clips, saying 20 bucks a stripper clip. And I don't know how much they had sold before I got there, were selling, but I was like, well, shit, I haven't seen a lot of this. It's $2 a round, but I want to see if it goes through that AR-500, and if it's really good ammo, then I'll load my, you know, shit at the fan, get out of Dodge, my go-to gun. I'll have some of this at the front end. But anyway, that's the ammo. I know there's videos on it. That's what it looks like. I put a couple little slide-ins on it. Regular stripper clip. So then we got into magazines. So he had these magazines for sale for 10 bucks. Now I usually like a good deal for magazines. I bought these for $5, and a dude had a bunch of them. And I said, you know what? He wanted $8 a piece, and I said, I'll take 10. I was going to pay $8 because there's different followers. If you haven't, I'll put them in like time frame. So green is the old, tan is the newer than the green, and now they have the new blue. Now this blue, when I immediately saw this, first of all, I thought it was a little wimpy, faggoty, get along. Oh shit, I don't know if I can say. I'm talking about cigarettes. Don't you call cigarettes fags in Britain? Whatever. I gotta be freaking goddamn worried about what the hell I'm saying in freaking America. I can't even talk. So anyway, this blue made me think of UN. And I was like, why the hell are they issuing mags with this blue shit? And this light blue, powder blue crap is what the UN helmets are. So that was an immediate turnoff. Probably has nothing connected, but to me, I just had a little bit of a visceral reaction, kind of like, why the hell are we issuing military, active military, U.S. military shit with blue in it, the same color as the blue UN helmet? I know, I got color issues, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you what was running through my head. So, he had these mags for 10 bucks a piece, and I went, well shit, they're brand new. They're sealed in the package. And he's saying these are the new GI issue. And they are pretty much the damn same. I can't tell a whole bunch of difference. Now, I've been using these since the 70s. And these damn things work fine. I still have some old, and they still work freaking great. I got no problem with these mags. These, the follower doesn't bend down. When I press on the front, the whole follower goes down. When you press on the front of these, it dents. And people are like, oh, that's not good, that's not it. I've never had one of these malfunction because of this dent. Maybe it changes the loading, whatever. I've never had this be a problem. But if you talk to people, oh, don't buy the green ones, they're no good because they don't have the good follower that... All right, whatever. This has a follower to where this can't slant. So this follower always goes straight down. This follower can go down like this. And some people... Now this one has the same follower, has the upgraded tan. However, they said with that new ammo that I just showed you, because it's got that freaking steel tip, they said it tears up the front of the mag right here and it gets caught. So he said, and I don't know if it's true, you guys confirm it, that when they change this new mag, if I'm going to load that new ammo, I should use these new mags that are issued for that new ammo. He goes, these will work with any bullets, but these will give you issues with the new ammo. And I said, well, that's going to be a pain in the ass. I said, why would you have surplus ammo that doesn't work on the old mag? Why would they do that? And he, well, the steel does something. He was trying to explain to me that they lowered this by 1/8 of an inch, or they gave more room forward so it doesn't drag. And if you put a round in here, you can kind of tell it drags. So this is the new ammo stuff right here, and we're going to load it in this mag. And I want you to notice the tip here and the clearance. I mean, it almost freaking drags. There ain't a lot of room. Well, supposedly, in the older mags, it does drag. So let's try the tan mag, or the tan follower, not the tan mag. Supposedly it touches, and I don't know if I'm getting this because I'm in the sun, so I'm trying to show it to you guys the best I can, so bear with me. Don't be a damn pansy, come here crying. So, I don't know if you can see that on whether it's dragging or hitting. And then, that's not all. Then he goes, because this is freaking whatever the hell it is, he went on to some tangent about this round was designed by Obama, and he knew that civilians had AR-500 body armor, and he wanted the military to be able to defeat the civilians if there was an uprising. So that's why Obama ordered this round. And I looked at him and went, dude, I'm no Obama fan. I think he's a freaking idiot. But I highly doubt that Obama was involved in designing a bullet. I said, that just doesn't make sense to me. I said, I don't like the guy, and I can believe pretty much anything negative about him, but I just can't see him. He goes, no, 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 no. He goes, there's a lot of history. You need to research it. He was worried that the people were going to fight back, and he wanted the military that was working for him to be able to defeat all the gun owners, etc., because he knew we had AR-500 body armor. First of all, I don't have AR-500 body armor. I got pistol body armor from when I was a cop. I haven't bought any. But, you know, if you have it and you want to use it, great. So, anyway, so this is the new mag. Supposedly, I don't know if you guys have seen it, know about whatever. I don't even know when they came out, when they're using them. Again, it's the first time I've seen this little powder blue UN crap. And but otherwise, I think the mags are identical. I don't see any changes in them. he's saying there is a little change. They've made this a little bit bigger in order to handle this round. The other thing he said about this round is they had to rebuild or boot up the ramp on the AR because this was chewing up the feed ramp. As it pushes it in, evidently it's scratching it and tearing up and causing divots, and now you got feeding issues. So he said, if you're going to shoot this, I'd shoot it one single round or something. Or maybe somebody put it in a comment. Maybe he didn't say that. But somebody said, drop it in one at a time. You know what? Shit. If I got to load one at a time, or I got to worry about this tearing up, then this ammo to me isn't going to be that great unless they come up with an easy fix that'll do it. Now, I was thinking if I'm not doing long-range shooting, I could just file this down, make it a little flatter, and it would probably decrease. Oh, these are supposed to be faster too. I think they're 32. I don't know. These are faster than the regular green tip or 5.56, which is why another reason. Remember, velocity, that just multiplies. So that higher velocity plus the steel tip, you're going to get some penetration. So, because the mags were 10 bucks each, I went ahead and picked up a few of them. I think I got 3 or 4. And like I said, I'm not a fan of the powder blue UN crap, but that's just me. I got a color thing, you know. I'm going to Racist Anonymous because I like white rice over brown rice. And I was told I'm a racist, so I got to go to Racist Anonymous. Anyway, here is, so that's the scoop, people. It's a nice day out. I was like, shit, I need to go out there and make a video. Let me talk about what happened at the gun show and shit. So I got those damn things out. Got my 300 pretty... Where's the horses? They're way out there. All right, I'll fire around. Well, Rick, you don't have any ears on. I know I don't. So I got a damn silencer on it. Okay, so I think the first round comes in a green box. I can't remember the name of it. The next round with the little red tip is a subsonic. And then I have a couple supersonics in here. So you can tell the difference between supersonic and subsonic. And hopefully this thing doesn't blow up on me because I haven't fired it yet. That's the first time it's had a round racked in it. Here goes nothing. That was kind of loud. I mean, it wasn't loud like it hurt my ears, but it was louder than I expected. Horses didn't freak out. Looked like it chambered. 7.5-inch barrel. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. So when I'm talking to the dude about building the 300, and I ask him about the carbine gas tube instead of the pistol, because the pistol is shorter. And if you use a pistol on a 5.56, all I've heard and read and everything I've seen, it causes issues. So I was like, okay, I got to make sure I get it long enough so I can have a carbine. He's like, no, 300 is different. He goes, you want the pistol on a 300 because 300 blackout uses pistol powder. It burns faster, and if you get the longer one, the flame and everything, the barrel's already burnt out. He goes, actually, if you shoot a 300 blackout on a 20-inch barrel or 21-inch barrel, he goes, you start losing velocity because the powder burns out in the first few inches. Now, I haven't done a whole bunch of research to that, and I'll probably talk to Buck about it Monday when I go over there for some coffee, but if anybody else wants to elaborate on that, I didn't know they use pistol powder in a 300 blackout. I just never even thought about it. Never thought to ask it. Nobody ever said anything. All right, so that was one round. Let's see what this was going to be. A little loud. Horses didn't react. Oh, that one kind of popped. Did you hear that? That one was a supersonic. And then sub, so I think this is going to be a super. It is super. And this will be a sub. Oh, that would sound like super too. So you can tell the difference, but it's not ear to where I need ear protection. So, I mean, it's kind of got a little crack. I got sensitive ears because mine already ring. So the supersonic's a little louder than I would like. Subsonic's not as quiet as my 22. Of course, I'm pushing it, 230 grain bullet or heavier bullet. Anyway, so now everybody can say I shot it. It stinking works. I was hoping it didn't blow up, malfunction, the bolt fly out. I put the trigger in backwards because somebody said it won't work. Maybe the trigger was going to come, the hammer was going to fly out of the bolt catch here. What the hell? Come on, people. You're going to ask me about putting my damn hammer in right. Are you kidding me? All right. So that's gun talk, gun BS, whatever. Horses are still out there in the back minding their own business. They're behind the rooster. See if I can zoom in on the boys. You guys can say goodbye. I take my glasses off. I can't see these guys. Are they back there? Oh yeah, they're right behind the rooster, so you probably can't see them. Anyway, hope everybody has a good day. It's a nice day in Texas. And we will end that there with gun talk, ammo, all kind of crazy crap.